Hello everybody, Matt Stiffler-Greasby again here with the second week assignment. I went onto that main page, looked through the different icons, and the one that really struck me the most had a key on it, was on the left-hand side of the page, but it said the 5 things that every teacher should, and it basically talks about the 5 common shifts through Common Core that should be happening in every classroom. And although it mostly applies to mathematics, English, those other subjects, I was really cool just to kind of apply it to a physical education based lesson plan. And so it talked, there's 5 different main points. The first one was lead a high leveled text based discussion. A little bit difficult for physical education class, but nonetheless important because I know there's different classrooms now, or physical education classrooms, that are focusing students, getting them to read 1 or 2 books throughout the year there. And so it'd be really interesting, and I think really cool to apply. Have the students read, a book on physical education, whether it's physical education or it's an aspect of it, whether it be a sport that they're interested in, if it's health, if it's nutrition and food. If you challenge the students or make an assignment, to have them, either do a book report or just do a speech on something that interests them that is classified under a Physical Education Act, and so having them read and then they could discuss it later, either to the class or either to the teacher, would be a great way just to incorporate and partake with the changes that are happening with Common Core. The second one, got it on my other computer, hold on. It talks about the focus of the process and not just the content, and so not just teaching, hey, this is what you need to do, go do it. Teaching them the process. And so how we apply this to physical education, as teachers, if we're teaching them stretching or a new sport, we're not going to tell them just do this. If it's soccer, right, we're not going to tell them, all right, go play soccer. Maybe the first couple of days we teach them the techniques of passing and then dribbling, and then a couple of days we'll work on shooting. So we're building up the different aspects and the different things that take part of the sport, and then at the final, the last couple of weeks of that little unit, maybe have them play soccer, but not just throwing them into it. Teaching them, all the students. There's going to be students that know, but there's also students that don't know how to play, and so this is a great way just to work on the skill level for everyone, and keeping them active and getting them entertained. So focusing on the process of teaching, not just throwing out the content or just throwing, hey, this is what you need to know, go do it. Teaching them the process of it. So the next one was create assignments for real audiences with real purpose. And so with this, the standards emphasize the importance of writing or speaking for a variety of audiences. And so I thought what would be really cool for this aspect is, say we're teaching the students basketball. If you had a couple, skilled basketball players in your classroom, have them take part and kind of lead in the teaching or the training of it to the rest of the class. So have them show their dribbling skills, and then help the other students work on it. Have them show proper ways of shooting. So this gives the students a way of teaching other students and being real and showing them. And so it's kind of a great way to get students involved with teaching other students, and can build a collaboration and just the unity amongst the classroom that way. Another point was teach argument, not persuasion. So if we're going to have them do a paper in physical education, I know it's rare, but you could have them do it on that book that we're talking about, making them read in the earlier points. But if you have them write an argumentative paper instead of one that just says, oh, this is what it's about, have them say why, include making an argument, a research-based paper. So why is stretching important, or why is it good to use both feet in soccer, other aspects or ideas, but have them make a thesis statement, provide evidence, and then have it be a formal paper. And so this will help them grasp the writing techniques, and also they are able to choose something that maybe interests them in the physical education department of that. And the last point was increase text complexity. Again, a little difficult with physical education classes, but if we have them read a story or read a book on PE, on food, nutrition, health, the benefits of exercise, stretching, even yoga, or just a sport in general, basketball, football, whatever it may be. Encourage the kids to be reading, and then if we have them do a report, you can have them read and then speak and give a little lesson, or like a 2-minute, 3-minute dialogue to the rest of the class of what they learned, or just the complexity in general. Challenging the students. When they're playing sports. So you might have those that are really experienced, and so on the court, if it's basketball, or on out on the soccer field, if there's kids dominating and they're taking over the game from the rest of the students, tell them, hey, you have to shoot with your left foot. This is going to make it a little bit more complex, a little bit harder, but it's going to work on them getting better as soccer players, and it's also going to lighten the dominance of them on the field and help create more of a fun atmosphere for the rest of the students. And all of this, though, it's a great way for physical education teachers to come together with English and writing skills and teachers, and bring about just a place to work on writing skills, reading. I know it's not that interesting and not fun for a physical education teacher to do that, but it's a way to work together and comprise a unit, or a lesson to help show that writing and reading is a part of everything. It's not just a part of some classes, but it's a way, it's going to be a part of life, and so it's a great way to demonstrate that to the rest of the students. So it'd be a great way just to incorporate that in. This is what I learned from week 2. All right, guys, have a wonderful day.